The register of his burial was signed by the clergyman, the clerk, the undertaker, and the chief mourner. Scrooge signed it, for he and Marley were partners for many years. Scrooge was his sole executor, his sole administrator, his sole friend, and sole mourner. And even Scrooge was not so dreadfully cut up by the sad event, but that on the very day of the funeral, he concluded a shrewd business transaction. Scrooge never painted out old Marley's name. There it stood years afterward, above the warehouse door, Scrooge and Marley. Sometimes people new to the business called Scrooge Scrooge, and sometimes Marley, but he answered to both names. It was all the same to him. Oh, but he was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone, was Scrooge, a squeezing, wrenching, grasping, scraping, clutching, covetous old sinner. External heat and cold had little influence on him. No warmth could warm, no cold could chill him. Nobody ever stopped him in the street to stay and save the glance of looks. "My dear Scrooge, how are you? When will you come to see me?" No beggars implored him to bestow a trifle. No children asked him what it was o'clock. No man or woman ever once in all his life inquired the way to such and such a place of Scrooge. But what did Scrooge care? It was the very thing he liked, to edge his way along the crowded paths of life, warning all human sympathy to keep its distance, was what the knowing ones call nuts to Scrooge. It was all the same to him. Once upon a time, of all the good days in the year, on Christmas Eve, old Scrooge sat busy in his counting house. Scrooge had a very small fire, but the clerk's fire was so very much smaller that it looked like one piece of coal. But he couldn't replenish it, for Scrooge kept the coal box near him, and so surely as the clerk came in with a shovel...
"Waste!
Beg your pardon?
Waste, Mr. Cratchitt, waste! We're here to make money, not spend it. If I find you wasting my goods, you might find yourself without employment."
Ah, Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Humbug.
Christmas, a humbug, Uncle. You don't mean that, I'm sure.
Well, I do. Merry Christmas. What is Christmas time but a time for buying things for which you neither need nor money? A time of year finding yourself a year older and not an hour richer. If I had my will, every idiot that goes around with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled in his own pudding. Yeah, and buried with a snake a howling through his heart. He should.
Uncle!
What reason do you have to be married? That you're poor enough.
Oh, come then, what right do you have to be dismal? You're rich enough. Don't be cross, Uncle.
What else can I be when I live in a world such as fools as this? Merry Christmas, humbug!
Uncle!
Nephew, keep Christmas in your own way. Let me keep it in mine.
But you don't keep it.
Then let me leave it alone. What good has it ever done you?
There are many things for which I might derive good, but which I am not profited. I've always thought of Christmas as a time of good, a kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time. The only time I know of, men and women seem to, by one consent, to open their hearts freely, and to think of other people as if they really were fellow passengers to the grave, and not another race of creatures bound on other journeys. Therefore, Uncle, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe that it has done me good and will do me good. And I say, God bless it.
Let me hear another sound from you if you keep your Christmas by losing your situation. You're quite a speaker, sir. So wonder you don't go into Parliament.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come. Dine with us tomorrow. It would be a great joy to me and my wife.
Your wife. Yes, your wife. I heard you came into the marriage without bringing any money. Why did you get married?
Because I fell in love. I love her and she loves me.
Because you fell in love. It's the only thing more stupid than Merry Christmas. Good afternoon.
I want nothing of you. I ask nothing of you. Why can't we be friends?
You're wasting my time, nephew. Good afternoon.
I am sorry with all my heart to find you so resolute. You have never had any quarrel to which I have been a party. but I'll keep my Christmas humor to the last. So a Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year.
Humbug.
Merry Christmas, Bob.
Merry Christmas, sir. Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas in the house.
Stop that confounded racket. State your business and be quick about it. I have work to do.
Scrooge and Marley, I believe. Do I have the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years. He died this very night.
We no doubt. Happy generosity will represent my Jesus surviving life. At this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, it is more than usually desirable that we should make some slight provision for the poor and destitute who suffer greatly at the present time.
Many thousands are in want of common comfort, sir.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons, sir.
And the workhouses? Are they still operating?
They are.
I wish we could say that they are not.
And the treadmill and the poor law are in full vigor?
Both are very busy, sir.
Oh, I was afraid from what you said at first that something had stopped them in their useful course. I'm very glad to hear they're still operating.
A few of us are endeavoring to raise funds to buy the poor some meat and drink, and some means of warmth. We choose this time because it is a time of all others, when one is keenly felt and abundance rejoices.
What shall we put you down for?
Nothing.
You wish to remain anonymous?
I wish to remain alone. I don't make myself merry at Christmas. I can't afford to make the idle merry. My taxes help support the establishments I have mentioned. And those badly off must go there.
Many can't go there, and many would rather
If
die.
they would rather die, they'd better do so and lower the surplus population.
But sir, certainly you don't mean that.
With all my heart. Excuse me. I don't know that for a fact.
But you might know it.
It's not my business. It's enough for a man to know his own business and not worry about someone else's business. And mine occupies me all the time. Good afternoon. You want all day off tomorrow, I suppose.
It is quite convenient, sir.
Well, it's not convenient. And it's not fair. If I were to stop half a crown for it, you'd think yourself ill-used. And you don't think it ill-used when I pay a day's wages for no work.
Christmas only comes once a year, sir.
Fine excuse to pick a man's pocket every 25th of December. But I suppose you must have the whole day. Be here earlier the next morning then.
Yes, sir. I will, sir. Thank you.